As President Paul Kagame said, there were two phone calls between the two presidents on Monday and yesterday. Actually, those phone calls were cordial, and they discussed substantive issues without blame game or any accusation. In the first call, they discussed mainly about the solution to this crisis, and they agreed to have a broad ceasefire in the region and then direct talks between M23 and the Congolese government. And then yesterday they had a second phone call, which was also cordial, during which they talk about the situation on the ground. And President Ramaphosa revealed that the SNDF soldiers were actually killed by the Congolese army. And then he asked President Kagame to use his influence to ensure that the South African forces get access to water, food, and electricity. And then we were surprised what we saw in the media by the Minister of Defense of South Africa, and even a tweet by President Ramaphosa, first calling Rwanda Defense Forces a militia, which we are not, because it's an army. Then saying, distorting about the content of that conversation to the extent that they mentioned about warnings that were issued by President Ramaphosa in those phone calls to President Kagame. This never happened.
So the South African government has denied almost every single accusation that President Kagame has made, including what you've just said, that the President Ramaphosa told him our soldiers were killed by the Congolese army and not the M23 rebels, and also that Ramaphosa asked for some support to ensure that there's electricity and water for our soldiers. The South African government is denying that. So who's not telling the truth?
The South African government should ask President Cyril Ramaphosa, because it's what he said.
Is there evidence of that? Was the call recorded?
There is evidence of that.
Are you
but I'm really surprised that at this level, government officials can deny the content of a conversation between heads of state. I can understand criticism or a difference of views, but when we reach a point of distorting what two heads of state have told each other, it's really serious.